It's Matt again, back with you from Go to Driving School. Just forgive me, I'm just adjusting my view. Good to see that there's a few of you on already. Happy Friday to you all. Hope you're looking forward to the weekend coming up. So yeah, I think you've left a few questions already. So we've got Alexander on and Heather. Hello to you too. We've got 12 on now, so hello to everybody who's joining in. Loads and loads of new subscribers, so big hello to all of you. OMSI 2 bus driving channel, awesome. How are you? Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you? Ryan, hello Ryan. Wonga 17, hello. Heather Carter, hello there. Alexander. If you palm the wheel, will you fail your test, Ryan? No, you won't. If you lose control, you may get marked. Depending on the severity of it, could be serious. Heather says she's got a test next month and she's failed once on roundabouts, and every time I get to a big roundabout, I'm intimidated. I always make it harder than it needs to be. I think the first thing you need to do is take a step back and just stop overthinking it and really get to grips with the real reason initially why it was going wrong, you know. Hopefully there's somebody there who can really help you to get to the bottom of that, to really dig deep sometimes. If you give me some more specifics on exactly what you already know about the reasons why, then maybe I can help you out a little bit more with that. So yeah, Tom, hello Tom. Yeah, I'm really well, thanks Tom. I've had a great morning so far. I've been I just declined that call coming through on my mobile. I've loads of spam calls every day. I just press the red button straight away. Anyway, yes, I've had a dead exciting morning. I've been to meet a new prospective driving instructor who's going to be joining Go to Driving School. I've already got one who I've trained and qualified, took him all the way through. He's currently on a clean sheet. He hasn't had a test fail yet. And one of those tests was a 0 fault pass, so that's driving lessons in Swadlincote or Burton or Ashby. So if anybody's down near that end, then do get in touch, because we've got awesome instructors waiting to help you out. So yeah, really good morning sorting all that out, and I'll start training with them in April, so that's really, really exciting. Yeah, so bus driving channel, my name's Aidan, and really love your videos, they help so much. Thanks Aidan, really appreciate that. I'll have to have a little gander at your bus driving channel in a bit. Are you a bus driver? Mark, hello Mark. Samuela, I think I got that right. Hello. Lewis, just passed test in Cardiff, found your videos really useful. Thanks Lewis. Do you know what? A little D Beats, you look like a police officer on Police Interceptors. I've got a bit of a thing, you know. Whenever I go out with my mates, depending on what environment we're in, I keep having, and I have done over the years, people saying, you look like a police. Are you a copper? Are you this, are you that? I was having a bit of a joke with my mate about it the other night on our WhatsApp. But it's funny you say that. Ryan says, what do you think about people using driving simulators on the PC to help them gain knowledge during the driving lessons? Absolutely, yeah. Because I tell you what, and the knowledge on the simulator is probably going to be better than a good chunk of driving instructors in the UK. There's loads of good driving instructors, but I tell you what, there's loads of rubbish ones as well. So, so if you're using that additionally, then that's great. That's going to help you out now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pause questions now. I'm going to stop with Ryan's question. I'm going to pause questions there. I'm just going to carry on with the rest of the feed, because before I go any further, I just want to give a big, massive shout out to Sammy. Sammy's a young man who's got in touch with me, who's benefited massively from the videos, who he's into his designs and stuff like that, and he started designing the thumbnails for my channel, and they're looking really nice, really sleek, really glossy and really stylish. So I just want to say a big thanks to Sammy. He's currently designing the logo for me for my new Learn to Drive Online video series as well. So if any of you guys have got or are making a gaming channel, or you need any artwork doing or anything like that, I will put the link in for Sammy's site, basically, so you can look at his work and get in touch with him in the description to this video, and the description on every video that I post from now on, if he's contributed to the thumbnail. So big thanks to Sammy, because I think that's making a bit of a difference. It's just giving a nice overall look to the channel, because my aim now is to make it look more as the same brand, because I think I was going off a little bit with the thumbnails, being creative, but I was making all different types of different colours, different, you know, so basically just, yeah, going to home in on that a little bit. So big thanks to Sammy. Thanks, Sammy, if you watch this. Yeah, I look forward to keep working with you. So yeah, I've not been posting as many videos just lately because I've been working really hard on my new series, so that's took up a lot of my hours. I've pretty much done the just the setting up part, you know, so the hand and foot controls, and just operating the clutch and getting used to clutch control and everything like that. So I've been going over all of that and editing it, and not just that, I've just started using all, you know, Adobe stuff. So that took a bit of transitioning as well. You might, if you watch all my videos, you'll have noticed 2 of them recently come out with funny shaped screens and stuff. Like the screens aren't full sizes. So I made a few mess ups, and I'm getting there now. I'm sort of on board with it all. It's just a case of perfecting it and getting better, learning all the effects and getting quicker at editing. So hopefully back on track and be once again prolific with the downloads. Big thanks to my patrons as well for all their support. I'm doing a live feed in my patrons tonight on my private Facebook group, so that'll be really interesting, just to dig a bit deeper with those guys and see, or with you guys, just to see how, you know, how you're getting on, and if I can really get into specifics with helping you. So I'm looking forward to that this evening. That's exclusive though, so I thought I'd give you guys a little bit of value today with this live feed, and I will answer a few more of your questions in a little while. But first of all, I want to answer a question that has been sent in to me this week. And first of all, I want to answer Maddie Maloney's question. She got in touch via my Facebook page, my business page, not my private group, the other one. And so she just wanted some advice for a test on Monday. She said that she's really nervous. I hadn't got time to text because I get a load of text messages every day now. If I replied to every single one of them, I'd never get anything else done. Remember, I'm a dad as well of 2 kids. I have to do the school runs. I have my own learners that I do every day as well, and everything in between. So the admin and looking after the business and looking after myself as well. So I hope you do appreciate that. I can't always get back in touch with everybody, and that's why I've put the patron scheme in place, so that you can, if you support me financially, which means I don't spend as much time at work and doing all that stuff, then I can prioritize you and help you straight away. So it's not just me asking for money, it's me saying, look, I'm happy to help, but I can't help everybody, because as this channel grows, the demand gets greater, and there's just me. All right, so I hope that makes sense. I don't mean to be harsh or anything, and I really, really appreciate every single one of you subscribers on my YouTube channel. You know, you're as important as anybody else in terms of the channel, you know, and everything like that. So I just want to answer a question that was sent in to me. Oh yeah, I'll stick with Maddie's stuff. I'm going off on one there. Test on Monday, feel really nervous. Right, first of all, let's just pretend it's your first test. We'll go by that it's your first test, because I know we've been in touch quite a bit before, Maddie, but I can't remember what you said. But we'll go by that it's your first, and we'll say that, well, the first thing to do is just calm down about it, really relax. It is only a test. It's a 4-letter word. If you have had adequate training, you should have everything ready to just go into the test and absolutely, you know, obliterate it. Have you done any mock tests? Because I definitely recommend that you do some mock tests, because going into the test isn't going to be a brand new situation then. Do you see what I mean? The debrief, like if you watch my mock tests, and so by the time they normally go into the test, it's just they've done it all before. It's just getting used to being sat next to somebody new. One thing, and this depends what your training was like, if you've been taught to pass a test, I would suggest that you're going to find it harder to pass the test. So it's a bit hard for me to give advice because I don't know what type of training you have, and in my mind it falls into two categories. You've got good trainers who train for real life, real thinking, real planning, real decision making, and you've got the other half, let's just call it half, loads of spam calls today, that have been trained to pass a test. If you're trained to pass a test, you won't be able to think clearly as to what the correct answer is in terms of what to do if it's a tricky situation, I don't think, because it doesn't promote proper thinking. So you want to think of it in terms of, what would I do in terms of, to keep this drive safe? What have I been taught in my training? Don't overthink it and think safety. Do not think test. That's the first thing. Just start with that. Don't overthink it, and don't, because what's the point? It is only going to be a yes or a no in terms of have you passed. If it's a no, I know it's a bit more hassle than that, but what do? You just dust yourself off and you do it again. So don't let yourself become too nervous, because it either is or it isn't. It's a bit late now anyway, regardless. You can't turn back the time. It's too late regardless if you're not ready. You won't even get your money back if you cancel it now, I don't believe. So keep it real, keep it steady. Don't overthink it. Think about what you do in terms of safety, not what you think the test would want you to do. You're not, these are just silly things that people sometimes come up with. You're not trying to do anything special for the examiner. You're not trying to, yes, you're trying to impress them, but yes, you're trying to impress them, but you're not moving your head and all this lot. You're not, there's all sorts of old tales, isn't there? Just keep it real, keep it steady, and just think about keeping the examiner feeling safe based on your training. That's really the best. You just want to hope that you've picked a good instructor, but I don't know any of that side of it, so I'll shut up now because I'm babbling on. So I hope that does help. If there's anything more specific that you want me to touch on, let me know. The other question then is from Simon Worsley, who sent me, he's thinking, while we're on the theme of becoming a driving instructor, he sent me a message, an email this week, and I thought rather than emailing it, I'll probably email you, Simon, in case you don't catch this live feed, and I'll just let you know that I've answered the question in here. He said, "Good evening, I wonder if you could help me please. I'm seriously considering a career change to become a driving instructor in Norfolk." So Norfolk is nowhere near where I live. He knows that. He said, "I'd be considered taking the training through a smallish national company called LDC. The reason for this message is to ask you your opinion if this career, oh no, it's not LDC. I'm going to keep the name of the company private. It wasn't LDC, it's something similar. I'm going to keep the name of the company private. But he said, I would like to ask your opinion in this career. If you'd be so kind to tell me, please, things like, can I really earn $33,000 per year gross for a 35-hour a week, £26 an hour, 46 weeks a year, expenses already subtracted? LD, the company says I can. It is possible. I've actually printed off my earning sheet that so I've been to a meeting this morning for a potential PDI. He signed up. It is possible to earn that sort of money, but you're going to have to do a lot of hours, I would think. And if I'm correct, they aren't very straightforward on their website, LDC. I had a little look. All right, cat's out of the bag. I keep saying it. It's LDC. Learner Driver Centre, in case you want to do your research. They do some silly deals, I think. I could be wrong, but they do some deals where it's something silly for the first couple of hours. So you're going to end up doing loads of them for a start. Now, you're losing money when you're doing them, so you're always playing catch up. That's always going to eat out of the end figure of each hourly rate for the next so many hours, that is, just to get that done and covered. So the first thing is, I mean, deals are really, really silly in this day and age. You could argue, if you're a bigger school, you need to attract more work. If you've got loads of instructors to keep, but I really don't see I really don't see the market so buoyant now. There's no need for it. £26 an hour, I believe that to be a really low rate. But it depends how good you are and how confident you are in your ability and how you can sell yourself. I definitely recommend training with a school to start off with, to give you all the backup and support and to learn the ropes and that. 35 hours a week. That's quite a lot of hours a week, you know. Because if you calculate the house time, it's still reasonable in terms of other people's jobs. But in terms of being out of the house all the time, if you can add all your travelling time onto that, you'll be well over 40 hours a week. And if you're doing 1 hour lessons each time, you're going to be there and everywhere doing that. You're going to spend a lot of time out of the house. So to cut your travelling time down, you want to work smart and you want to work in 2 hour lessons. That's what I do. I don't do 1 hour lessons. So let me show you, because I've printed something off. So I do so let's just see. So my typical earnings, 30 hours tuition equals 900 a week. That's 3,600 monthly. Okay. Then we're going to take the expenses off. So monthly at so the expenses are like fuel, approximately £200 a month. Tuition vehicle insurance, approximately £40 or £50 a month. Contract hire on a tuition vehicle, approximately £295 a month. And then your franchise. So my franchise, if you work for me, is £75 a week, £300 a month. Take all that off. So monthly, after you've done 30 hours and you've took all them expenses off that I've just took. No, this isn't minus tax. You'd come out at 2,765, and you get 4 hours holiday a year. So what did you say? 33,000. Wow. So if I compare these now, Simon, I hope you do get a chance to watch this. This is the first time I sort of worked this out. As you can tell, I'm bumbling around a bit. But if they're saying you'll earn that after tax, I haven't deducted tax, and I've been quite honest about all the different expenses. You're going to be doing a lot of hours for that, unless I've, and I charge £30 an hour. I only work in 2 hour lessons. Yeah, so you're going to be, by the looks of it, you're going to be doing every hour of every day. But don't take my word for it, please. Just please do your research. Anyway, he goes on to say, would I struggle to have enough pupils to supply enough weekly work? Well, they've got quite a good online presence. They have. They're not bad at their marketing. I don't think. They've got quite a few decent things on YouTube. I don't know. It's not my bag, but is it common to have block bookings cancel, thus having to refund monies? Well, yeah, it is, because you know we're dealing with in the most part some younger people don't have much concept for business, and they'll let you down 5 minutes before with no problem. So what I do to combat that, Simon, is I have a 48-hour prepay policy. So all my lessons are prepaid 48 hours in advance. If anybody cancels within the 48 hours, that means I haven't got time to refill the slot then. So therefore, that's an appointment lost. So the charge is still appropriate. So last week, for example, I earned 220 quid for doing nothing, because it's business. But I guarantee you that LDC do not have that policy in place. So yeah, you could end up doing that. Any other information greatly received? Yeah, I think I've given you quite a bit there. Many thanks for your time and help. And he just says, P.S. I've come to you, even though I'm not local to you, because I regularly watch your YouTube videos. Very impressed with your instruction techniques. Thank you very much, Simon. I hope that's been helpful. And probably the best thing to do, if you want to chat further, is give me a call. Because there's a lot of things to sort of write down in an email. I haven't got the time, really. but yeah. So let's move on and answer a few more of your questions. I hope that wasn't too boring. Probably interesting, really, give you an insight into different areas of this profession. Where are we? See if I can answer a few of your questions now. Right. So hello everybody, if you just joined us, just Matt here on this Friday afternoon for a quick live catch up and a little bit of Q&A. Hi Harry. I did check out your thing, by the way, your checklist sheet. I'm sorry I didn't reply to you, Harry. I had I can't remember what happened that night. I might have just fell asleep on the settee, but I can't remember. But I used those years ago and it didn't work for me because it was too rigid. I felt like I was following the sheet, not my intuition, and I need to follow what's best for the customer at that particular moment in time. So it didn't work for me, but I'm sure it works for yourself or for others. Let's see, let's go back to the beginning of these questions. I'll answer as many as I can. Let's quick check what time it is. Yeah, I got about another 15 minutes with you, so. Hello there, MB. They said, hi Matt, possibly a bit unrelated, but do all GTIs have such high biting point? Yeah, you've noticed then. Just test drove. Oh, you've test drove one, and it was higher than expected, but only 2,000 miles on the clock. Yeah, the bite is high for some reason. You know, the lift on this car it's about, you lift up about halfway. You lift up at least that before you find the bite on this car. And some bite points are really low from the floor. I go in depth on this in my new video series, which just to, I didn't finish off saying earlier, I've done the controls, and I'm on to move off and stop now. But the editing is going to take like 5-6 edits to watch it over, cut it, chop it, add some nice bits in. Because I don't intend on doing it. I want to do it nicely, basically. But yeah, my bite's high as well. So Becky Wolford, hi Becky. Said I need confidence when driving, when getting moving and not feeling rushed by the traffic, especially at traffic lights. Do you know what? From what you've said, I'm not there, but I'd suggest that you might want to work for a little bit in a quieter area to get that confidence up, to build skills and then transfer the skills into the new environment when you feel like you can cope with that better. Because if the skills are more like second nature, which I'm guessing they're not now, or else it wouldn't be a thing, the rest of it's going to flow better, if that makes sense. That's the advice I would give. Just do a bit of practice somewhere else. Oh, you're at the MSA meeting in Cardiff. Fair play, Harry. Harry's another instructor. I can't remember where you're based, Harry. I know it's nowhere near myself though. I might see you at a conference soon, so might look at going to a few now going forwards. Just see if I can start networking with a few more people and just see what's out there, really. So Lil D Beats, your videos help me so much. Thanks, Matt. Thank you very much for watching. I've had loads of new subscribers just lately, nearly at the 6,000 mark. And also, one of my patrons made me aware, Jamie, this morning. Thanks, Jamie, if you're watching, that I've just reached the 1 million mark on my all-time views. So that's a pretty special, really. So 1 million all-time views. That's pretty good. Quite happy with that. So SC says, hi, I passed my test about a month ago, learned in a diesel car, bought a petrol car, and I can really feel the difference. Any tips? Also, can't feel any bite points since the new car. Any tips? Right, okay. Rather than me spending loads of time here going over it, first thing you want to do, you want to go to Doru's playlist on this channel, and you want to watch the video. I think it was his lesson 1, his first lesson, our first meeting. I think it's called part 1. And in there we go into some real depth about that exact thing. Gas, bite, timing, and how to find the bite and when to find it, etc. So that's the best thing I could say to you. You've got Annie. Hello, Annie. She says, oh, Anna. Hello, Anna. Exam is next month and your videos help a lot. Thank you very much. And we've got Vanessa. Hi, Vanessa. On average, how old does it take to pass your test? I presume that's meant to mean how long. Already done 20 hours. I want to go for my driving license as soon as possible. Right. The hours are irrelevant. Get rid of the hours out of your mind, I would. It's to do with how are you ready for it. That's it. Everybody's different. And some people are more assertive and can apply themselves and put themselves in head first a bit more than others. You might have done 20 hours and actually be ready. But I would really, if your instructor's a professional, then you should consult them and see what their advice is. And see where they think you are. See if it matches what you think personally. But you would hope you're getting fed back to quite regularly anyway, so you know where you are, or should do. Oh, here we've got the bus driving channel again. So it's OMSI to bus driving channel. OMSI to bus driving channel. Or is it? I don't know. Anyway, he said, no, I'm only 17. I haven't actually uploaded any videos yet. But as soon as I have, I'll be sure to let you know. I use driving simulators to learn too. Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. I can't see why not. As long as it's good content, you know. Hello, Mark McKay. I struggle at crossroads and worry that I'm holding everybody back. First things first, I would make sure that you understand priorities. Make sure you're not using the logic of, well, it's not even logic. It's ridiculous is what it is right of way. If you're thinking in your head right of way, get that out and throw it away, and it's rubbish. Right of way isn't a thing. It's not a thing, right? It's priorities. Who's got priority? Who should generally go first based on who's crossing whose path. Right of way is very confusing. So firstly, that's the first go-to thing that I would look at if somebody had confusion with crossroads. But then if you're feeling like you're holding people up, it might be that just skills. So it might be that you need to just go off and just focus on setting the revs, finding the bite, being able to edge, being able to stop, being able to look at the same time, because not only you're looking right and left, you're looking straight in front, aren't you? There's a lot of that going on. So make sure, you know, that... You sometimes you have to break it down and then bring it back together as one, or as one package. But I think, you know, with some trainers, they are very rigid. It's either you do it or you don't. You can't, can or you can't, and it's a case of knowing somebody's got an issue and doing whatever's needed to help them with that specific thing. But they're the first things I'd look at. Jack said it took 28 hours to pass. Yeah, I've not had many sort of below that, really. Even if they're quite good, to make sure they know everything they need to know and to do it independently by themselves consistently and safely, it does take about that, to be honest. What we got? It's good that you're helping each other as well. I can just see on the live feed that you're chipping in and helping each other. Little D Beat says, I got After Effects, good software. It's great software, isn't it? The Adobe. It's really good. I'm really excited about using it, you know, and because some of the effects and what you can do on there is phenomenal. I just wish I had time to sit and dissect it all and learn it. Do I have any kids? I sure do. Absolutely love them. What first car would you recommend? Something that you're going to enjoy, but within reason, obviously, because the price thing and that. But something that you're not going to get bored of. So I got bored of mine within the first 2 months, and I bought another one. So it depends. If you're an A to B kind of person, don't worry about it. If you like your cars, get something you're going to enjoy for the first year or two, rather than messing around. What is the average price of a driving lesson? Please reply. I'm just starting out, so looking for some advice. Right, first advice, do not buy on price. Do not shop on price. If you shop on price, you're going to lose quality. If you lose quality, you're going to pay twice. So buy cheap, buy twice. Don't do it. Look for quality. Look for quality, genuine reviews. Look for evidence of effort. and care in their work. So look at websites, social media platforms. Average price, as you heard earlier when I was reading out LDC, or somebody said LDC charging 26. There's people still charging 20, 22, 23, 24, 25. There's over 40,000+ instructors registered in the UK. How long's a piece of string? Some are charging 35. Some are charging 30. I'm charging 30. I intend to make that more. But I sell myself on quality, so I aim for that type of customer. So ask yourself, what type of customer are you? What do you want? Are you after something cheap and you're not too bothered about the outcome? Or are you after something good? Because anybody who So for example, I feel like I'd be disrespecting myself by charging 25, 26, 27 quid. I feel like that'd be a disrespect to all the efforts I've put in. So if somebody's charging really cheap, ask yourself, why? Are they not confident in what they're doing? Are they not absolutely sure that what they're offering is by far the best in their local area? Mariam, hello Mariam. She says, hope you're well. I'm very good, in fact. What car do you recommend for a first-time driver, and do you have any tips, tricks? And she says, oh, you've made a video on that. Ben Barker, hello Ben. Thanks for tuning in. He says, anyone who's very nervous about the test, I would highly recommend watching a driving test hypnotherapy video. It really helped me when I passed with one minor in January. Yeah, me and Josh did that. When I did the pass video with Josh, which you can check out in Josh's driving lesson playlist and driving lesson video review section of my channel, there's a link to a hypnotherapy video, and there's a free one, and there's also one you can buy, which I believe Maya used as well. So a few of the guys who have trained with me have used them to great success. I had somebody inbox me the other night, I can't remember, I think it might have been Sarah, who said thanks for the the idea, because it really helped her. So hypnotherapy is a good thing, so have a look into that if you're feeling a bit stressed out by it all. How many lessons on average should I have before passing? That's Zach 7. Hello Zach. It depends, between 30, 50. Depends. There's loads to go over these days, and there's going to be even more when the motorway thing comes in soon. That's going to be a good thing for the driving community. That is. Heather. Okay, Heather. So you give me a bit more specifics there on a roundabout. It's hesitation, because she had some problems with the roundabout, she said earlier. She's one of the first commenters actually. So thanks Heather. Not knowing when to go, and I missed a lot of gaps. My test is at Redditch and the roundabouts are intense. So I'm guessing it's quite busy. If it's quite busy, they're normally quite big. If they're quite big, that means visibility is usually quite open on approach, unless they put a fence alongside so that you can't see until you get right neck close. The reason they sometimes put a fence there, I've just said it, so you can't see, but it slows you down is the desired outcome. If you're hesitating, it might be because you're not actually prepared. It might be because you don't feel comfortable in just getting your toe down. Maybe because when you've done it before, the clutch ain't fully up, possibly. So make sure that you're in the right gear to be slow enough to look, but not too slow that you feel like you're going to stop. Change your mentality on approach to, I'm going to prepare to go, I'm not going to prepare to stop. And you need to be looking, so you're feeding information to the feet. Forwards, road ahead and positioning, or else you could go off somewhere you're not. And right for traffic. Forward and right, forward and right, forward and right, that kind of thing, if you're watching my eyes. Whilst doing that, make sure you're in the gear. I also would recommend at that point, as you approach, you're probably about a couple of car lengths back from the giveaway lines now, or 2, 3. You're covering the brake and you're covering the clutch. From your looking, if you decide that you can go, you're going to spring straight from the brake, or because you'll be covering the brake, hovering like this, straight to gas, go. Might ease off the gas on the roundabout, but just to get that initial entrance onto. But yeah, undue hesitation on the driving test is normally marked because you're not prepared. So you're not in the right gear, or the clutch isn't up yet, or there's something which is the underlying reason why you haven't gone. You might not realise it, but that's probably the root cause. So I hope that helps. 4 hours holiday a year. Oh, it's 4 weeks, sorry. Yeah, if I said, I'm speaking quite fast, aren't I? I meant 4 weeks. 4 days would be a bit stingy, wouldn't it? But if you're self-employed, you can do what you want. It's just that they get to have 4 weeks a year where they don't pay the driving school a franchise. Becky, hello Becky Wolford. I haven't passed either of my 2 mock tests. Mock test was borderline, 1 serious fault or a minor on both. Need confidence to chill out. Yeah, you know what Josh and Doros, listen to their, I'll tell you what, some of the people I've been working with have given some really good advice. Go onto my driving lesson video reviews, look at Doru's little speech after he passed his driving test. Look at Josh's as well. It's very sort of inspirational. I would recommend that you watch those. It will probably just help you to chill out, because that's been a lot of the feedback that we've received so far from those videos. Yo Fairy Liquid, same again. Super David. Okay, yeah. When can I become an instructor? So this is for tech. You can become an instructor when you've held a license for 3 years, you've got less than, or you've not got more than 6 points on your driving license, and you're 21 or over. Can I make a video on how to bay part between 2 cars? Fairy Liquid, yeah, I've already done one. I've not done a sort of live tutorial with just me, but that'll be included on my new Learn to Drive Online series, which I'll be releasing later in the summer. But I have done it with a customer, which is Chris. So you can check that out. It's in the manoeuvres section of the channel. Sorry for rumming and ahhing, I'm just looking at the time there as well. Zach 7, how many lessons on average should I be having? Zach, if I were you, I'd have 2 hours each time. Honestly, I don't understand our lessons. I don't see how you can get much done before it's time to head back. Obi, hello Obi. Somebody please enlighten me on the average price of a driving lesson. I'm just starting out and paying £55 for an hour and a half, and feel like this is rather unreasonable, thanks. £55 for an hour and a half, right, let's figure that out. So I charge £60 for a 2-hour lesson. That's £30 an hour. So if you had a 2-hour lesson, what would that be? Or is that just a special rate because you only work an hour and a half lessons? It's certainly on the higher end of the driving lesson per hour scale. However, if what you're getting is top-notch quality training, and you know it, then you might be onto a good one. You might be saving yourself money in the end. However, you want to make sure that that is what you're getting, because if you're not, you're as good. You might as well just pay what everybody else pays. You know, in terms of like 25s, 26s an hour. I knew somebody would say that. Rich Oi Gang. Sorry if I butchered your name. I know it's your YouTube name or whatnot, but no, it weren't my girlfriend. It was a customer. We'd finished the lesson, and I said to her, "Do you want to help me record this, and then you can drive back? It just give us some extra driving time for free, really." After we'd filled up and just some more experience with filling up, because I've already filled up with her, so she'd already done some training on it. But yeah, no, it was just somebody helping me out there. I know it's parts you can see her in reflections. You see her feet and stuff, but it doesn't matter. So I'm going to sign off in about 5 minutes. So if I don't answer your question, I am not sorry, but I wish I could. You know, I wish I had time to, and I'm going to look to do this, you know, a bit more of this really. I want to get back to uploading at least every other day if I can. But as I say, I'm working hard on my video series as well at the moment, so it's all go, as well as being a dad and all the rest of that good stuff. Thanks for the advice on how to put fuel in my car. My instructor showed me how to do it during one of my lessons. That's good. It's good when instructors do that. as long as they're not doing it because it's to their convenience. I know sometimes that's the case. So yeah, I paid 20. Yeah, so Mark pays £23 an hour. Now, the thing that I always question is, you know what? So I passed my test in 2006. I bet loads of you now are sitting back and going, "Whoa, that weren't very long ago." It's not really, though, is it? But time doesn't matter. It's what's in here. You know, that's what matters. But anyway, so I got loads of experience with driving. But in 2005, when I was learning, right, I paid £19.50, I believe, for my driving lessons. That was so that you think back then. So if driving lessons are only £23 now, what the hell happened there? What the hell happened there? Is the industry staying stagnant because they're not improving and developing themselves and investing in themselves as professionals? I would say so, which is why the better instructors are going to be respectful of their own skills and knowledge, and they're going to charge a respectable rate. But each to their own, I guess. Each to their own. As long as it's getting the job done, then that's fair enough. You need, in terms of being ripped off. I know you're talking about being ripped off, LB. You should know, really, if I guess you need a bar to measure it against, don't you? I would like to think I'm worth £30 an hour at least, right? So work out whatever that £55 is between hour and a half. I'm no math magician, yeah, whatever, and just work it out and see if it is or not. You could have the best instructor in the country. You don't know, do you? Well, you should. If it is, you should. It doesn't sound like you have that, or else you'd already know. Hello, Cameron Gelder. Thanks for commenting. It says, I passed my driving test first time because of your videos. Oh, I 100% passed my driving test first time because of your videos. I learnt a lot from watching both pros and cons from each video. My instructor was good, but he was a bit cocky. Yeah, I bet some instructors, if you tell them... I'd be interested to know, actually, do any of you guys tell your instructors that you watch these videos? And if so, what's the feedback? Because I bet some of them then have a little look. And I bet... I know many instructors are quite sour. And I bet... I bet there's some nice criticism going on. But I couldn't care less. Best advice to learn on the motorway? Yeah, I'm going to be doing that soon. Hi Matt, what's your dream car? Love questions like this. Just lately I'm watching loads and loads of car reviews and stuff. Really getting into it. I've just been watching loads of the new Top Gear as well. I've watched like nearly the first 2 series in the last couple of weeks. I just tend to put that on before I go to bed, just to calm down. You know, after I've been doing it, so I'm at work all day, then it's spending with the kids, and then it's doing the editing for the videos, and it's just watch a bit of that, just chill out a bit. But my dream car is, for now, you know, I just love like a BMW M3 or an S-Line, not an S-Line, sorry, an S3 or something. Of course, you got supercars and that, but I just love an M4 or M3 or an M2. I just think it's so cool to look at. Pranav, hi there. I'm doing great, thanks. He's from Warwick. Thank you so much for the content, says Zeus. Thank you, Zeus. Going uphill slowly when there's a queue scares me a lot. Yeah, that's a real, you know, that one going uphill and controlling with the clutch. It's one that I should make a video on. It's one that will be made a video on in my video series, because most people just stop, handbrake on and reset. But that's a really inefficient way of doing it. God, there's so many more questions, guys. So many more. I'm scrolling and stopping. I'm at the end now. I'm gonna cut this off in a minute. Big Al, hello again. I'm not seeing you for a bit. Glad to see you on again. What do you think of Volkswagen Scirocco's? I like them. Would I consider having one? Maybe. If I had one, it'd have to be the R, I think. I tell you what, I am considering an eyeing up for my next car, a Golf GTI. You know, the new ones. I think they look quite nice. But I don't know yet. I've got another year left yet. So if there's any car companies out there that want to get their car publicised, want to give me some test drives or whatever like that, then I'm happy to do that. Because people end up buying. I've had loads of comments, people saying, "Oh, I bought a Peugeot because I've seen yours and this and that." So, so yeah, it's definitely a good advert. What car do you have? I have a Peugeot 208 GTI. I'll tell you what other cars I like. The Peugeot 308 GTI. They're quite smart as well. Or even the GT lines, to be honest. They're quite nice. But I think I'll definitely have a petrol again for the next one. Somebody said, I tell my instructor, but he says not to watch them because he says it's better to do it yourself. My instructor tells me not to watch YouTube videos as he will teach me his way, but I always do more to gain perspective. Good, you've got to take responsibility, folks. You've got to take this learning into your own hands. You know why? That's like implying there's one way to do something and there is not. Let me assure you, the stuff that I'm teaching you and these videos, or that you can take from them, there is different ways of doing it. But it does not mean that my way's wrong or that your way's wrong. It just means that one way may be more effective than the other, and that one way may promote better safety elements within it. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Nice. Yeah, got some immature people on the... you can't even mention kids without being... Anyway, I'm not even going to give you the airtime. You don't even deserve it. Okay, so somebody's been banned here. Pedro, you're gone. MUFC, whatever you are, you're gone. You'll be banned. Never to comment again on the channel. The beauty of it is it's a shadow ban, so you don't even know you're banned. You'll just keep commenting. You'll think I'm seeing it and I'm not, and neither is anybody else, but you'll see it. But anyway, there you go. How are we lenient to examiners on speed on the new test? Big L. Last question now, this is. Look, if you flicker over the speed, just don't brake. Just ease off. If you brake, you'll probably draw attention to the fact that you've sped. Just ease back off the gas and let it reduce. On test before, I've known somebody come through at 10 mile an hour over and it not even get mentioned. You know, coming into a 40 from a 50. Now from a 60. Other times it's been mentioned when it's 2-3 mile an hour over. The simple answer is try not to do it, but if you do, don't panic. As long as you reduce it back in a reasonable amount of time, it's fine. They know you know, and yeah, so yeah, cool. So, let's go to the end. Really enjoy your videos, helping a lot. Thanks, Lawrence. Oh, awesome. So I've got instructors recommending my videos. That's really good, because I've done that before to many a time to other videos before I had all mine. It's just a reference, isn't it? A resource. So I sincerely hope that I provided you guys with some value. There will be videos to come. I've got Jack's driving lesson next Friday, so I won't have a driving lesson with Jack being uploaded this week because today's Friday and I'm not with him. He's on work experience. Don't forget to subscribe to Jack's channel, YouTube channel, if you're into car racing games and things like that. And the link to Jack's YouTube channel is in his last video, driving lesson video. So I sincerely hope you have a nice day, and enjoy the day, enjoy the weekend. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon in the next video.